Hi, I'm Melissa Ryan. Welcome to my channel. I want to talk about confidence. I got a comment from someone who said they wish they had confidence on one of my previous videos. And immediately I was like, okay, I want to do a video on that. I want to start out by saying I study face symbolism, body symbolism. And I read that your teeth can be very big indicators in showing kind of naturally where your confidence lies. You look at your two front teeth, and if they're bigger than average, which is you base that on if they're bigger than your other teeth, it means you're going to have more sort of stores of confidence. It might not be readily available to you. You might have to work for it, like in my case, but it's definitely there. People who have teeth that more go straight across the board will have more issues with confidence. But not all hope is lost, because I have a talk for that too. But let's start with me. I've got bigger teeth than average. I would absolutely say I have more confidence than a lot of people I know and meet. And I think that's sad because I feel if you are going to believe in anyone, you should believe in yourself. Uh, it wasn't always like that for me. I grew up kind of bullied. When I was younger, it didn't really fit in. I was a tomboy, and I liked to play sports. Um, it sounds so silly, but I mean, I remember girls would make fun of me because all I wanted to wear was turtlenecks and like just jeans. And I don't know. And so then I remember I moved to another town where I didn't have as much money as pretty much everyone else in the town. And I was made fun of for my clothing there too. I used to draw on my shirts, and I don't know, I stopped doing that. It wasn't easy for me to, I always felt a little bit different. I think the saddest point for me when I think about it was I was maybe 15 or 16 and I was in class in school, and I had two friends who were sitting behind me, and they were like acquaintance friends, nothing serious, but we chilled in school, we talked, and they spent like the whole period throwing bits of paper in my hair. And I knew the whole time that they were doing it, but I just ignored it. At that point, I did not have the confidence to turn around and say, stop doing that. Don't fucking put shit in my hair. Um, I think the tides started turning for me when I left my husband. Because things got very difficult when that happens. I was living a very nice life, kind of exciting, luxurious. He was gorgeous. We were in London. We were traveling the world. But I wasn't happy. And I thought I would feel very happy when I left him. But I fell into a very deep state of depression. And I also got very sick. I haven't talked much about this, but my thyroid stopped working. I know that because of the extensive research that I did and all the symptoms that I had. I gained about like 40 pounds. My limbs completely ached. And I bought medication, organic, through the internet to help with the symptoms. I had to change like my eating. I never went to a doctor. I've said before, I don't really believe in going to doctors. Special cases, yeah. You definitely need a doctor. And I feel bad about saying that before, that doctors have never helped me out in my life. Doctors absolutely have helped me out in my life. I've had an abortion. I needed a doctor for that. But at this point in my life, I had absolutely no money. And it was just, I had no faith in doctors. I just wanted to do it by myself, and I'm glad I did. Because I ended up talking, like having a conversation with a doctor in passing in like a bar in Manhattan. And he said, "Oh, you shouldn't have to worry about that. Everyone goes through that, you know? It's a natural part of life." And it was a very clear reaction I had, because I was like, I'm not living my life like this. And it's like, I'm better than this disease. I deserve health. I'm not going to spend my life not walking, you know? I'm not going to have aching limbs until I die. That's not how it's going to be. It took about 1.5 years, but I do not suffer from that anymore. I lost the weight. My hair went from looking like straw to not looking like straw. I haven't washed it in a few weeks, so don't judge me right now. I've been living alone. It's been nice. I'm in like far outskirts of Holland. But overcoming that was incredible. And it was coupled with the heartache of leaving the man that I loved. That was not easy. So when I was living and dealing with that, and then I started traveling and I started getting much happier, a real confidence arose in me. It's like, I can do anything. I can absolutely do anything. You have to put your mind to it. You have to focus a lot on it. But it's so fucking worth it. And I mean, confidence is, it's believing in yourself. Who else are you going to believe in? Some people are blessed with fantastic relationships in their lives. I have fantastic relationships in my life. But I will say, in the deepest relationships that I have, I've been fucked over really badly. And I hold no grudges, because we all have different paths, we all go through different shit, whatever. But at the end of the day, I know that I can count on myself. That, I mean, literally anything can be taken away, and I am fine. If I don't have paper, I will write poetry in my head, and I will enjoy my day. I really will. But you need that. You really do. You need to be okay with yourself. You need to think that you're cool and exciting and interesting. I feel all those things about myself. I feel more about myself. We won't get into it, but yeah, I do think great things about myself. I think I've done great things, and I have so much to offer. So many people don't see that in themselves. Let's talk about people with the smaller teeth. One of the most confident, fucking coolest people I know is my sister, Lindsay. I have 2 very cool sisters, but this one's about Lindsay. Lindsay's teeth are straight across the board. When I was learning about facial symbolism, I was kind of surprised when I noticed her teeth. It was like, because they're absolutely distinctly different from mine. And especially when I was younger, and even now, like, I've done things to model Lindsay. Lindsay will do it first, and I'll see that it's possible, and then I jump in. She's definitely a role model for me, even though she's 2 years younger. But Lindsay is straight across the board teeth. Lindsay's very confident. Lindsay was also bullied in school, but she was definitely bullied a lot more than I was. And in different ways. Like, people would make fun of me, and I would do my best to fit in. Lindsay never gave a shit. I mean, it would hurt her. In middle school when people are making you cry because they're saying awful things about the way you look, it's going to hurt whoever you're talking to. Lindsay went through a period where she wore top hats and she had scarves wrapped around them and she wore white lipstick. And even looking back, she's like, oh my God, I can't believe I fucking wore that. But that is a badass thing to do when you're in that age, and no one looks like that. No one dresses like that, but you feel like dressing like that and you do it. And you go to school in it. And people make fun of you and you show up the next fucking day wearing whatever else you want because you're not going to let them dictate how you live. It's amazing. And Lindsay lives an incredible life. She travels. She's married to an incredible guy. She travels with her baby. 2 weeks after that baby was born, I was road tripping with her through Switzerland. She's amazing. She's hitchhiked. She's had nothing. She's canoed through France. She's done incredible things. And you need confidence to do incredible things. She's got that despite her teeth. And her teeth are not drawn for confidence in any means. I had a discussion with her. And I asked her, like, do you think you're a people pleaser? She laughed and said no. And I think it really correlates with confidence, because confidence is definitely an esteem within yourself, but you can also kind of take that and just place people's judgments of you and use that for your esteem. Like, if people think good things of you, you feel better about yourself. But you have to separate yourself from other people's opinions. If you don't give a shit what they think, you can just focus on how you think, It comes from within. It's only going to come from yourself. It's not going to come from any other person. It comes from you. So work on yourself. And then when people make fun of you in the future, you won't care. And honestly, I am still made fun of. When I was younger, people used to make fun of me for the way that I walked, the way that I look when I talk. People to this day, when I'm traveling through very open-minded countries, through the streets, I don't know a soul in the country. They'll look at me and they'll walk like they think I walk. And it's just like, we're adults. You're seeing that I walk different from how you walk, and you want to mimic me in the middle of the street to make yourself feel better. I don't give a shit. I'm going to keep walking. And that's what I do. I used to cry. Even now, it's just, I'll laugh about it, but I will say, like, I can't believe someone's doing something like that. Like, what a dick. And it can bother me a little bit, but nothing like how it used to. It doesn't happen like it used to either. I don't deal with criticism like that on a daily basis, but when it does happen, it's just, you rise above it, and you don't think about it like you used to. I remember I went to my best friend at the time, and I literally went over to her house and I was like, okay, teach me how to walk normal. Because my hips, they're bigger and I walk fast and I move side to side and it's like, whatever. And she couldn't teach me how to walk normal. I'm not supposed to walk normal. I walk with my fucking ass shaking to the side. I don't try to, but it happens. And I've grown to accept it because I love myself. So, do things that scare you. I'd say do things that scare you. Do the things that you want to do. And after it, you'll feel so good. You'll feel so proud of yourself. I mean, you don't have to leave a husband if you don't want to leave your husband, but climb a mountain. I've climbed mountains. Feels fucking cool, dude. I came like face to face with a mountain goat on a cliff. Didn't die. Cool shit, man. You can do your own cool shit. So yeah, work on building confidence within yourself because it's so important. Enjoy your night, guys.